rituals are you gonna perform here?
No ritual at all. We just need to kill some time.
Eh?
Wait, you didn't take all that vengeful God's Curse stuff seriously, did you? They were eradicated ages ago. You saw those two. One thinks he's been cursed, and the other one believes his friends turned into an evil spirit. It's hard to reason with them. Now you see why I believe that ordinary folks should be kept in the dark. I've seen too many people lose their senses on account of things like this. If you want to calm them down, you need to convince them with something tangible. And the best way to do that is to make a great show of destroying the boogeyman they believe in before their very eyes.
Sounds like that might work. If you were trying to cheer up a 3-year-old. Why would you ask that? Paimon just wants to know why we can't tell everyone the truth.
Because you can't guarantee that telling an ignorant person the truth will improve the situation instead of exacerbating it. What I can do is pretend to pull back anyone who believes their time is nigh. But since the curse is imaginary, our fix will also be make-believe.
Makes sense. But why would anyone believe that it's a curse?
Do you know the history of the Yaksha? They once fought against the ancient gods. They fought brilliantly in a battle that engulfed the whole world in darkness. Although the gods were defeated in the end, their resentment persevered. That resentment turned into a pestilence spreading amongst the ordinary folk. Hysteric people mistook it for the curse of the gods. The plague took the lives of many, which only furthered its spread, as the dead were a breeding ground for the disease. Then someone discovered how to prevent it from spreading, purify the air, and burn the bodies of the deceased. The pioneers of these practices were, you guessed it, the founders of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
Paimon didn't see that coming. Really?
Yes. Anyway, it took many years, but eventually the plague was completely eradicated. We've dealt with similar phenomena multiple times throughout the ages. Each time we successfully restored the balance between life and death. To sum it up, we are gatekeepers, guarding the border for the sake of both the living and the dead. So when I say this curse is just a figment of the imagination, I say it with more certainty than most. But I also can't really go telling people that the ancient plagues were real, or it would incite panic. Anyway, let's wait a bit more and get ready for the show. This leyline monolith will make for a really great prop. You're finally here! We just finished our preparations. Now, look here. This device is used to drive away evil spirits. It'll absorb the curse inside you and cause it to take a physical form. But don't worry, the traveler here is a seasoned warrior and will assure our safety. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you. It'll be fine.
Will that really solve my problem?
Trust the director. She might look like a weirdo, but she's serious about everything she does.
How can you call me a weirdo? I mean, wouldn't you say it's more charmingly naive or disarmingly different? All right, let's get down to business. My glamorous assistant, please activate the device.
Is it really possible to materialize the curse?
Hey!
Let me weave you a verse.
Don't blink! Nowhere to hide. Speed of light! Hey! Don't blink!
I'm counting on you!
Swift and merciful.
Spirit Blade! Attack!
Nowhere to hide.
One with my blade!
Don't blink.
Witness the power of Gugwa. Time to act.
Speed of light.
How are you feeling? Did the curse leave your body?
Yes, I feel... I can't express how grateful I am for your and the Traveler's help. If it hadn't been for you, the curse would have taken my life.
Great. In which case, you've been pranked. This exorcism device, people like you wouldn't recognize. And those were real monsters, not a manifestation of your curse. So riddle me this. If I didn't do anything to lift the curse, then what's the cause of your sudden recovery?
The curse wasn't real? Then why was I sick?
Well, you caught a cold, ate something bad, or just scared yourself sick. It's anyone's guess, but I'm leaning towards the last option. Wouldn't be the first time in my career.
How unexpected.
I also didn't expect that, but still, I'd like to thank you.
Don't mention it. I found a way to deal with your fears this time, but I can't do it over and over again, so I'd appreciate it if you try not to give in to superstitions in the future. Human life is short. Enjoy it while it lasts.
Wow, what a weird thing to say. I shall head back. I'm sorry for troubling you.
I feel relieved to see that it wasn't Big G's doing. However, unless he crosses the border, there will be no end to his antics, since we are done with the matter at hand.
I believe that won't be needed. He found us first.
Big G?
I didn't mean to bother you. Any of you.
This is Big G? He's just a child?
Oh, well, he is a spirit. It's quite normal that he looks just like he did when he left this world.
That's not...
Let's bring him back to Wangsheng Funeral Parlor.
The key here is consumer psychology.
After all that's happened, Paimon's not even sure what's going on anymore.
Actually, I'm not surprised in the slightest. Remember when it was a twist of fate that made him leave Wuwang Hill in the first place. Now, for some reason, he can't go back.
This explanation...
Actually, she pretty much summed it up.
Huh?
Don't ever question my professional instincts.
I just wanted to check up on my friends. That's why I came to Liyue Harbor. I promise I wasn't up to any mischief. A few days ago, some people came to Wuwang Hill on a dare. I heard them say,
Ah, it must have been poor Lo Chung that he followed. Maybe he didn't know.
I was...
Well, I assume so, otherwise he wouldn't have been scared half to death.
Yeah, Hu Tao and Meng were searching.
Oh, that's because I couldn't find them. It's my first...
Now that you mention it, Big G...
So, all of it? Why didn't you just fly? Like any other...
It's too high for me.
That's right, yes! He used to be so afraid of heights that he wouldn't even so much as look down the hill. You haven't changed a bit.
I knew I wasn't supposed to show myself to the living, and I wouldn't have found you if it weren't for the Leyline Monolith's call.
I'm so relieved that you haven't become an evil spirit.
Like I said, don't ever doubt my professional instincts. Now, all we have to do is escort this lost child back to Wuang Hill, and we should be done and dusted.
But he just said he wanted to visit his friends. Apart from me, there's also Little Wu, Mumu, and Zongzi.
Well, if that's the case, Meng and I will escort Big G back to Wuang Hill. You meet with those three and ask them for keepsake.
They're all friends. Can't we just...
I wouldn't... So...
Are we really going with Hu Tao's plan? At least by keeping things low-key, we won't be giving anyone nightmares.
Speed of light. Good.
Oh, what about the pickpockets?
Oh, you. Sorry, I won't be needing the funeral parlor's service. Yes, I don't know why he started working for Wang Sheng, but he must have had his reasons. He's on his own now, after all. And he still can't get over what happened to Big G. Did he tell you?
Yeah, he did. Just, theoretically speaking. We're just...
I'd cook something for him. Oh, I can make it for you. I'm sure he'd appreciate...
Deal!
Jueyun chilies are a common sight in Liu.
Come and see these rare and precious curios.
Great. This should... started on the Jueyun chili chicken. I guess you've got... When everyone's ready, I'll get the dish over to you.
Great! See you later!
Pickpockets?
Incoming!
What are you? The key here is consumer psychology.
Not.
Meng told us about...
That's true, yes. It didn't take long for his good friends to figure out why. The Big G incident. But I know there's nothing we can say to help, so...
How did you know?
Don't worry, I'm a businessman. I won't go spilling your secrets. Everyone hears the name Moo Moo and thinks I must be dim-witted. I never heard the end of it when I set up shop. But I'd say I proved a few people wrong. Here, take this. It's a top-of-the-line toy box we all dreamed of owning as kids. Back then, none of us could afford it. We were penniless. Today, business is booming. I ended up buying loads of these. It was a dream come true.
Wow!
So, having found me, I get...
We already saw Little Wu.
I see. If it's Zongzi you're after, let's meet at the overpass at Feiyun Slope. It's just above the staircase leading down to the dock. I've got an errand to run. I'll come find you as soon as I'm done.
Incoming! Speed of light!
You're all here.
Reminiscing about old times, thinking back to past events. We've been at it for years.
Our hometown was completely destroyed in a disaster, so we've got nowhere to go back to. Now, home is wherever friends are.
They've just been telling me you're looking for keepsakes. I make artisan Sao lanterns down by Liyue Harbor. I guess they represent me better than anything. A few days ago, I bought some quality plastrite shards. They're currently all in the warehouse at the dock. I've already spoken to the manager.
Seems like you already know what's going on. Hi, we're here to pick up...
I think he mentioned the plastrite shards are...
Pros for inside of me. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. Doesn't seem like they're here. Let's look someplace else. These look like what Sungza was talking about. Let's head back.
I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Come on, enough procrastinating. Let's go. In adventuring, as in business, you always have opportunity while it's there.
Auto reconfiguration is an essential function.
Limbs are a requirement for locomotion.
My thanks to both of you. This looks like great stuff. Please, wait a moment. Okay, there we go. I wrote all 5 of our names inside the lantern. You know, no matter what the days may bring, whichever roads we choose to take, while this rite remains observed, each of us remains the same.
As for the matter of Big G...
But if you get the chance, please let him know we're doing well, and that the things we once spoke of, they've all come to pass.
Thank you! We'll pass it on! Big G is lucky to have friends like you. We got everything we need! Let's go to Wulong Hill and find Hu Tao and the others!
You're back already? You didn't...
Does Paimon look that...
I'm kidding! Nevertheless, when it comes to things... Which explains why they were reluctant to pry and find out the full story. Which is just as well. Because if they had attempted to, it would have been too much. Guard the border between...
So what about us?
Of course not! After all, you were... And where we're going, don't be so... All of it exists within the board. Whatever you do, don't get all... So listen to everything I...
Paimon's scared, but like Hu Tao...
When the sun's out, bathe in sunlight. But when the moon's out, bathe in moonlight.
Wow! What is this place?
Somewhere close to death, but not like the hell or underworld from the tales of old. This is just a place where the ley lines tend to go a little bit haywire. So keep your cool. Follow me. The farewell ceremony site is just up ahead. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh. Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Ooh. One client, two clients, three clients.
That pattern looks familiar.
From the right angle, you can make out the whole thing.
Oh, just like last time.
Go!
This place doesn't feel at peace.
That's why it's named the border. You can't just cross whenever you please. You need to have a little... how do people normally put it? Pomp and ceremony?
I'm pretty sure that's not how people put it.
Huh? By the way, I imagine Adventurers Guild members are good at making order of things. See if you can find a way to get the right things into the right places. Usually it requires a bit of destruction as well as elemental reactions. On your marks.
You talking to us?
Don't blink! Hey! With sword comes shadow. Quit it! Time to go! Incoming! Everybody stand back!
This looks the same, but there aren't enough. So confusing. Let's have a look around. Or up ahead. Phew.
Huh? Isn't this where we just were before? What in Tevat is going on? Have we even been moving forward this whole time?
It's almost as if we're constantly being sent back to the beginning. Everything resets.
Huh?
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
Off we go! Let's light it up! Didn't see that coming. Let's light it up!
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up?
Yeah. If you don't have enough, then why not just carry it through a few more times?
We're stuck! The spirits have trapped us!
Don't be daft. You've put my mind at rest. Seems it's not easy for ordinary folks to cross over.
So you set us up? Finally! Paimon thought we were gonna be trapped in that weird place forever.
That's exactly the point. Trespassers end up running scared.
So that's the weird stuff out of the way, right?
Yep. Just dive off the edge here.
What?
Welcome to the farewell ceremony site. Our destination is just up ahead. I know you're excited, so feel free to have a look around and talk amongst yourselves. Soon you'll find out there's nothing special about this place.
Phew! Are you seeing that it was Hu Tao that brought you puts me at ease. But I'm afraid we don't have the means to entertain guests here. My name is Lan Si. Everyone says waiting is difficult. I can keep... It's all the same.
Are you new here? I can't believe how nice... Here I can finally work. By the way, have you seen Uncle Jean recently?
That guy? I remember him saying it was time. If you're curious, why don't we go and see?
Some other time, perhaps.
Go! It's the lantern rite again. Wouldn't it be cool if we got to see the lanterns ourselves one day?
You can make a wish without a lantern, you know.
Yell it? Isn't that...
As soon as the first person yells, then everyone else just joins in, and nobody feels embarrassed anymore.
That's right.
Alright, I wish I could open a massive restaurant with never-ending dishes and snacks, so I could eat joy and chili chicken every day! If that's so funny.
To get rich, of course. You big...
Yeah, if you get rich.
Not just one. One for everyone.
Well, if Momo's gonna be a business...
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's tough getting rich.
As for me, I want to learn to make Mingxiao lanterns.
Yeah! That way we don't...
Anyway, those...
Me?
Huh? They all disappeared.
It brings back so many...
It's been so... Have all those wishes really come true?
We asked each of them for... Little Wu's become a chef. Momo's a successful businessman, and...
Really? Wow.
We've never forgotten our childhood dreams. We've kept them in our hearts as a promise to each other. Anyway, time to release this lantern.
Hey, take a hint. Let's give them some space to go over the good old days. I'm all for work-life balance, but I think this is pushing it.
Take the hint? Really? Of all of us, you're the one who needs to learn how to read the room!
Really? The end result is the same, though. Exactly what I do and how I do it are just minor technicalities. As I explained, Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was, once upon a time, more akin to a doctor's office than an actual funeral parlor. During the Archon War, piles of corpses covered the wilderness. People were plunged into misery and suffering. Disease was spreading all over the land. Death devastated the world of the living. Such were the times when the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was first established. As humans, its founders were deemed too insignificant to matter, but slowly, they managed to drive away death.
They must have paid a huge price for that.
After generations, Liyue Harbor became a bustling hub of prosperity, luring people with dreams of great fame and abundant mora. But in the end, some lunatics stirred up the legacy of the dead. By that I mean the remnants of the defeated gods that ravaged the world. I won't go into specifics of that situation, but suffice to say that at its peak, life was on the verge of bringing about its own extinction, while death was coming back with a vengeance. It took a long, long time, longer than you'd think, to restore balance and reinstate the border. Without it, Liyue Harbor as we know it wouldn't be here today, neither would the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor, you or me. The previous directors all love to tell this one too, although, if you ask me, I think I tell it best. What you make of my words is up to you. I do hope that most of it flew over your heads, though. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is just that, a funeral parlor. Nothing more to it. We live in peaceful times, but this harmonious coexistence between life and death should never be taken for granted. Huh? It's about time. Let's go. Let's take them to the place where all begins and all goes to rest.
What kind of place is that?
I just mean where we first bumped into each other. I come up with fun names for things sometimes, okay? No need to hound me with questions about every little thing I say. think we did everything we could to make you happy, Big G, wouldn't you say? But if you ever really do become an evil spirit and come back with more nefarious nonsense in mind, I may have to forget our friendship and give you a far less fond farewell.
I won't, I promise. I'm grateful for everything you've done for me. Now that I know that my friends are doing so well, I have no intention to bother them.
I also want to thank you. You made my dream come true, too.
So you should also mind my warning, Monk. If you won't let go of the past, I might reunite you two sooner than you think.
How can you say such horrendous things with that smile on your face?
Well then, last but not least, let's say our goodbyes to Big G.
See you later, Big G.
Not like that. You won't be seeing him later. Let's stick to goodbye and such.
No worries. I'll just take my leave. I'm sorry. Of all the wishes we yelled that day, only ours hasn't come true.
Nah, don't be bothered by that. No life is without its regrets. You can leave in peace now.
All right. I'll remember you all. Goodbye.
He's gone then. I thought that closure would bring me relief, but all I can feel now is emptiness.
So, what was the wish you two made? We didn't have a chance to hear it earlier.
Well, after each of us has started a family and built a career, we want both our families to spend the Lantern Rite together. That's why I envy my friends so much. Little Wu and the rest, they all had a chance to fulfill their wishes.
That's right. Also, think about this. So enjoy your life while you can, and when your duty to the living is over, you can meet whoever you want again in the afterlife. Isn't that great?
Thank you? Either way, I don't think I'll ever return to Wuwang Hill.
No worries. It's a good opportunity for you to go on vacation. Consider your leave approved. Naturally, this...
Aren't you forgetting about something?
I took you to the border and let you have a look around, didn't I? But based on your reaction, it seems like you didn't find what you're looking for. It is a...
The biggest pity of all is your lack of help.
I was fishing around on your behalf through the channels that aren't accessible to you. I'll keep my eyes open in case anything crops up. If so, I'll be sure to let you know.
You don't sound like you mean it.
I'm not an expert on tracking down the living. However, if you want me to...
Stop saying creepy stuff!
Relax. I'll help you look for them. You have my word. My exquisite sense of... I have my reasons.
Reasons?
The spirits we saw near the border are the dead that still long for the world of the living. But I've never seen any of the previous directors there, not even once. This means that becoming the director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the right decision for them, and left them with no regrets.